Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. Today we're going to be looking at the definition of property, plant, and equipment, also known as PP&E, also referred to as fixed assets. As we do in each one of these fundamental analysis tutorial videos, I'll give you the actual definition, and then we'll go on to look at some examples and give you a little more insight into how it's used. PP&E is a fixed long-term asset which is vital to business operations but cannot be easily liquidated. The value of property, plant, and equipment is typically depreciated over the estimated life of the asset because even the longest-term assets become obsolete or useless after a period of time. Now let's actually go look at some examples. Looking now at the balance sheet under the assets, you will find beneath the longer-term assets of property, plant, and equipment, this is also known as a fixed asset, you will find this intangible list of assets here that's going to be net. It's going to be many different things compiled into there, like it says, property, plant, and equipment, and it can be other things as well. Basically, there's some things you need to know about this. Number one, it can be manipulated by management. They can, what's known as watering the stock, and they can inflate the figures there. They can also have situations where the property, plant, or the equipment is not valued properly. For example, the main point would be in situation of property. So property may be purchased, and then once that purchase happens, let's say there was 100 million acres purchased somewhere, but they did that 50 years ago. Well, that property would be worth more today than it was then when it was actually purchased, and it will be listed on the balance sheet at the actual price that the company paid for it. So you can find situations there of also undervalued scenarios. So you can look into the company's annual report or the 10K and find out what's actually listed under property, plant, and equipment. You can sometimes find benefits there that will actually reward investors who are paying attention. It should also be noted that real estate doesn't get depreciated, but any intangible asset that has a long lifespan actually will be. So things like the plant and the equipment, many times you can have a $1 million building on a company's balance sheet that over time gets depreciated down to pennies on the dollar. So that's another way of finding situations where a company's balance sheet may not reflect the true value of the company. The last item to note regarding property, plant, and equipment would be that, remembering that the balance sheet starting off with the asset list is, of course, ordered in the order of liquidity. So the more liquid an asset is, the higher up on the list it would go, all the way up to cash being the most liquid. Of course, it's already liquid. But as you move on down, you get to the PP&E or property, plant, and equipment. You can see that it's pretty far down on the list. It is a non-current asset, meaning that it's going to take longer than 12 months to liquidate, and in many cases it would take much longer than that. So these items, whenever you're looking at them, you see whatever number you're seeing there. Just keep in mind that if a company decides that they want to actually liquidate this to start to raise cash, it would take them a good bit of time to actually do that in most cases. So that's something to think about. Please take a moment to review our disclaimer. The information provided herein is our opinion only. Under no circumstances do any statements here represent a recommendation to buy or sell securities or make any kind of an investment. You are responsible for your own due diligence. To summarize, we do not provide investment advice, nor do we make any claims or promises that any information here will lead to a profit, loss, or any other result. These videos are for educational purposes only.